Hi everyone, I'm SwapXT and I'd like to show you my new swapping application, SwapXT. This new swapping application should make you swap tile sets and passages in a very quick and easy way, avoiding what you once used, events, script calls and all those stuff. So let me show you how this works. First you have to download the Ruby VX script and place it in your game. So here it is. You get everything and you copy it in your game. And there we go. Once we copy it, we can install SwapXT and start it. The first time it asks for to add a game. I have already added it, Heavens. So here I am swapping my game, VX game Heavens. The main UI is composed into three parts, three tabs: tile sets, passages, and manage VX map ID tab. The first two tabs are used to swap tile sets and passage settings inside the VX editor, while the third tab is used to actually apply your current swaps to a VX map ID. So the third tab is the one that you actually care, that actually enables your VX map ID to swap. So going back to the VX editor, I'll show you something you might already know because it's similar to the previous swapping application. So let's say you want to swap, you are using this map and you want to change the ground, this green ground, which corresponds to tile set A2. So let's swap tile A2 while mapping. Map A2, that's okay. So now you click on new map to refresh the list. So this is how I want my map to look while I'm playing. Actually, I don't want map 1 to swap. What I want is map 2 to swap the tiles and the house. So let's change the house, which should be tile A4, actually tile A3, swap to map A3. Okay, let's update. Okay, so when map, actually let's change even tile A1. Okay, so even the water changes. There we go. When map ID 2 starts, I want to see this. Instead, map 1 should be default. So now that I have swapped the tiles in the VX editor, I actually must apply what I want to the VX game. How do I do this? You click on the third tab and you click on this button, apply current tile sets passages to VX map ID. It prompts you to insert a VX map ID. Since we want map ID 2 to swap, you put number 2, and there we go. Over here we have all the lists of the map IDs, currently only 2, and inside you can see the information. So let's restore our tile sets. Okay. Yes. Okay. So if now I start my game without putting one single event, if I start my game, okay, now we go. This is the first map, map ID 1. As you can see, it has default tile sets. In fact, there isn't any map ID 1 over here. Now, if we go on map ID 2, it should automatically swap. And there we go. Map ID 2 has swapped to the new tile sets. If we go back on map ID 1, everything is default. Okay? So what we did is that when you go on map ID 2, it must swap this, and that's all. Now let's say we even want to swap passive settings. Let's say that when we go on map ID 2, we want this roof, the roof to be passable. Great. So you click on passage settings tab, you click create a new one, and over here you put a name for your swap, for your passage settings swap. Let's call it roofs. Okay, now let's load it. Roofs, press OK. It will ask you to save everything in your VX editor game, because SwapXT must reload it, so be sure to save everything. Then you go back over here and click yes. Okay, as you can see, our current passage settings is roof. Now let's do the edit to the passage settings. Let's make these roofs passable. Passable. All roofs must be passable. Okay, now let's save. Okay, now let's restore default tile set. The passage setting, sorry. Restore. Okay, it will reload your VX editor with default passages. As you can see now, with default, your roofs are not passable. Now let's say we want that VX map 2 changes its passages. You go over here, you click on the map, you go over here, passages, you click on this button and you select the passage setting, roofs. Great. So now if I start my game and go on VX map ID 2, it must swap these tile sets and this passage. Let's try. Okay, on map ID 1, tile sets are default and even passages. As you can see, I can't walk over the roof. Now let's go on map ID 2. Okay, so now map ID 2 has swapped its tile sets, and let's see if I can walk over the roof. There you go. So even passages have swapped. Let's go back to map ID 1, and everything is back like before. Okay, so now I want to show you. Okay, so by default your tiles and passages will swap when a map loads. If instead I want to swap at a specific time, let's say I want to talk to this guy, and when I talk to him a swap must apply, you go always on third tab, you click real-time swap. Okay, so it will give you instructions. This is a script call you must put inside the event with this number. Okay, you click apply. Okay, now we created a real-time swap. Okay, these are all my real-time swap. The last one was this 20,580. So you put a script call, script game map dot swapxt 20,580, and that's all. Okay and okay. Let's say that when we call this, it must swap tile 1, tile 2, 3 and 4, and even the passage settings. So passages, let's say roofs. Okay, so when we call this script call, game underscore map dot swapxt 20,580, it must do the swaps. Let's try. So over here we put the script call. Now let's start our game. Okay, everything is default. Now let's talk to this guy. And there you go. Everything swapped in real time. This is basically everything you should care of. You can even use profiles to save your current passages. Let's say you swap tile 1 and tile 5, and then you want to save this. You can do save to new profile, put a name, fourth. Okay, so this is the profile. What does this mean? That if I close SwapXT and reopen it, I load my profile, and you see tally 1 and tally 5 are swapped. So this can be useful when you're doing heavy swapping. You can unload. Okay, so basically this new application lets you swap tile sets and passage settings in a quick and easy way. I hope you like it, and this is everything. Cheers from Italy, e ciao a tutti.